Welcome back, guys. This is going to be a short video. Well, not short video, it'll be about a 5-minute video, but it's going to be a video that's going to be different, something different that's going to be on my channel. I've got a few football results that's been happening over this last weekend. I'm just going to not react, but review on them. Tell you if they're good, bad, tell you what it means for the teams, and this is probably going to be a new Sunday series that I'm going to have, where I'm just going to review the weekend's football. The first game I'm going to start off with is the Watford-Leicester game. Now, before I get into this video and reveal any of the results, before I get into this video and before I reveal the results, if you don't want to know the results yet, like if you haven't heard them yet, then you can just click off this video and then probably come back later once you know them. But as I was saying, first game's going to be Watford versus Leicester, and as pretty much everybody who's been involved with football would probably know, Leicester won. They won 1-0. It was Mahrez who scored, one of their standout players, and I think pretty clearly, I'll say this here and now, Leicester are going to win the Premier League. They're going to be the champions. The second game I'm going to go through now is Swansea versus Norwich. This is a bottom of the table clash that is not really into, because the team I support, as you probably can guess from the background, is Chelsea, and yes, we are 10th, but we aren't a bottom team. So Swansea did win 1-0. I don't know if that means anything. If it means anything to any of your clubs, then fair enough. Southampton versus Sunderland. It was a 1-1 draw. And to be honest, I listened to the game, and Sunderland were controlling it, and they let it slip in the last minute. Now, Sunderland, if they don't want to go down, they're going to have to be fighting. Like, they're going to have to prove to the world or to the league, that they don't want to go down. And they gave the goal away in the last couple of minutes. I think it was in the extra time, injury time of the second half, that they gave away their Southampton's goal. Next game I'm going to talk about is Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Bournemouth quite convincingly won that 3-1. Now, Newcastle, again, like Sunderland, they need to prove themselves if they want to stay up this year. Bournemouth, they have shown good football, to be honest, since they've came to the Prem. They got promoted last season, and they've kind of been one of the highlight teams of this year, I have to admit. Next game is pretty obvious that who would win if I tell you the two teams involved. Manchester City, Aston Villa. 4-0 Man City. Now, we all knew, I definitely knew that Manchester City would win that game. They have convincingly have. Aston Villa, no hope for them, I think, now. They're going down. But Manchester City, top 4, winning the league, that's definitely helped them with that 4-0 win and the results in the other games. Everton 2, West Ham 3. Now, I was listening to this game as well, and Everton were winning 2-0. But then they got a red card, and it let it all slip. And West Ham, who are now, I'm going to say, qualifying themselves for Champions League or even Europa League football. They're going to get European football next year with their performances of this year. Next game is going to be my home club, Chelsea. We won, we didn't win, we drew 1-1 with Stoke. Now, after Gussedinks came, we've been one of the best teams in the league. Like, we've been unbeaten in the league since we're the only team in the Barclays Premier League who are unbeaten in 2016. We drew 1-1 with Stoke yesterday. Bertrand Traoré scored, and we were controlling the game, I feel. But we just can't keep the result. We let the pressure get to us, and they finally got their goal. So if we want top 4, which is still a possibility, if we want it, we're going to have to really think about how we're going to do it. Tottenham Arsenal, North London derby. What a cracker it was. 2-2 it finished, but Tottenham were losing. Arsenal were winning. And then Tottenham brought it round in 2 minutes. Coquelin got a red card. It was a proper North London derby. Arsenal brought it back in the last minute with Alexis Sanchez. And the last 2 games are the games of today. West Brom versus Manchester United. Now, I said before the match that Man U would probably beat West Brom 3-1. You know, with their recent form, with like Rashford and all that. But West Brom actually went out and beat them 1-0. Now, Manchester United, if they want to get back into the league, if they want to prove themselves, they're going to have to work for it. Because, yes, they're trying to get back into it, but when they're losing 1-0 to West Brom, that just shows that they need improvements or a new manager. Jose Mourinho, I don't know, but whoever it is, Louis van Gaal should not be there much longer. Last game is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Now, Liverpool won it 2-1 in the 94th minute, I think, with Benteke's dive that got them a penalty, and that penalty was converted by Benteke, and Liverpool went on and won. The penalty in the last minute was a bit controversial, I think, because most people are saying it's a dive, most people say that it weren't. I've now seen, at first I was with the diving party, like saying it was a dive. Then I've seen footage of Joel Ward's knee hitting the ankle or the side of the foot of Benteke, so I am agreeing that should have been a penalty. But Crystal Palace, they've been in bad form. I think it's now 12 games since they've last won. And on one side this season, Crystal Palace were 6th. They were challenging for top 4. Not anymore. Now, this has gone on longer than I expected. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's something different. If you don't enjoy it, then just let me know in the comments below, so that I can review on what I need to change. But that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. And until tomorrow, which will be the Leicester City career mode, I'll see you all later.